Hi, I'm Coach Kimlat, and this video is for anyone attending virtual meetings. Because for many people, this year is going to bring the greatest opportunity they've had to transform their career, their jobs, or their business. Remote work is here to stay. Companies have doubled their digital workforce, productivity is up, 50% of employees say they want to work remotely, at least part-time, and employees are listening. They're selling their office space, allowing employees to work remotely even once offices reopen, and they're creating new hybrid models of work to harness the new increase in productivity. So we know what companies, what employers are doing to adjust to this new world of remote work. Now, what about employees? What is every individual employee doing to surf the wave of this great transformation in our lives? Because I believe this year and beyond, employees who are able to embrace remote working and master the virtual domain will become the new digital leaders of their workforce. Now, when I say employee, I mean you can be the owner, manager, executive, principal, leader, investor, salesperson, third-party contractor, full-time employee. I don't care what your position is. Individuals who master the virtual domain have the chance to stand out, have their ideas be heard, and elevate their position within their organization. And they get to do it from a level playing field. This is what's so unique about this time. This week, there was a new article about a professor from Northwestern University who was grateful to have her staff meetings on Zoom because rather than feel the people who were judging her on her dress or appearance, Zoom became a gender equalizer for her, allowing people to focus more on her ideas and giving her voice an equal weight. She said it's almost like everybody takes up the same amount of space. So going virtual can be an amazing equalizer. Everyone's presenting in virtual meetings. We share the same space and we have the same constraints. We're all starting in the same spot, which is amazing. Now, where do we go from here? Well, in the last 10 months, I've had virtual meetings with over 200 businesses. Dozens of CEOs who I've spoken to have had a variety of responses about virtual work. Everything from, we've been doing it for a decade, we're awesome, to my team members won't turn on their cameras, and everything in between. So I understand that every culture and every industry is different. But as long as you're using some virtual meetings in some capacity to drive your business, then I believe you can squeeze more juice through your participation. Now, a recent article in Forbes said that remote work requires more engagement, right? More engagement. In 2021, those people who put the extra effort into amplifying their engagement virtually will ensure they have access to new opportunities. So with that in mind, here are 3 things you can do to get more value out of your next virtual meetings and maximize the opportunities that may come your way. These tips are for you whether you are planning, leading, or attending a virtual meeting, and those 3 are different. Producing virtual meetings means selecting the theme, identifying the purpose, booking the speakers, planning all the details of a full-day conference. Managing them means getting people to show up, running the tech behind the scenes, making sure everything works, that there's an agenda, and that people participate. And attending them, well, means being present, right? With the same level of energy and focus that you bring to any in-person meeting, but within the comfort of your home. So tip number 1, if you are producing the event, be seen. Now look, I know that if you're responsible for creating and producing the meetings, you like to hide backstage. I get that. You're probably, the person that does the hard work, but you don't need the credit. You're happy to produce the large events for your organization and be recognized by just a few key people. I understand. But doing something that makes you feel nervous or uncomfortable can be good. That's what embracing change is about. And this is an opportunity to flex a new muscle, to deliver a great virtual meeting that your people will love, but also be associated and credited for the execution. So my tip is this: at the start or end of the meeting, pop in and thank everyone. Connect with them, be visible. In fact, if you can, keep your camera on so you can be engaged just like your team members. Having done over 100 of these presentations and watched CEOs speak to their employees, I can tell you that your presence and a strong introduction can make a memorable and emotional connection to your team. It's an opportunity, use it. Now, if you're leading the meeting, over-prepare. Prepare an outline, topics of discussion, agenda, assign roles, set time limits. Doing these things will build trust between you and your audience. And whether they're customers, partners, or employees, they're going to be willing to give you their time with joy, knowing that the journey that you're about to take them on is something you prepared to be their guide. And then make every minute count. People are used to fast-cut entertainment, so don't forget to engage their eyes with photos, videos, backgrounds, keep things moving. And at the end of the meeting, when everyone has left the virtual room, take a minute, hit record, and make a recap of the highlights or takeaways or the actions that you want your team to take away after the meeting. Idea number 3, if you are attending the virtual meeting with your coworkers, be engaged. Like the Forbes article says, remote work requires more engagement. Yeah, it's not just an in-person meeting done online, it's a different room with different tools and different goals. With time, you will gain comfort and mastery, but it starts by feeling uncomfortable about speaking up. Once you do, you're gonna see faces react. You're gonna see nodding heads, eyebrows raised, people responding to you, and you're gonna feel a rush of energy, right? It's like just as nerve-wracking as speaking up in an office meeting, but once you try it and get positive reinforcement, you begin to get comfortable. Now, the article says that by participating in virtual events and being active and keeping enthusiasm high, employees will be able to stand out as leaders working from home. Stand out as leaders. That part caught my eye because if you've spent any time in business, you know business people are obsessed with that word, leadership. Executives are laser focused on learning and strengthening their leadership skills. And digital leadership is a whole new domain with new skill sets. In 2021, during this remote work revolution, here's a chance for everyone in any organization to step up and be a digital leader. Holy cow. This is an amazing opportunity. This could be a responsibility you have to yourself to do this. And doing these things is not just about maximizing your presence, right? Not just about being seen and heard, but about making an impact. It's about making a positive, meaningful difference for your organization, for your team, your coworkers, and yourself. The digital transformation of the workforce and this rise of remote work has given all of us same space, and we're no longer bound by the frames that we may have felt defined our places in the office or the organization. I used this year of chaos to transform my job of 20 years, going from an in-person speaker and entertainer to a virtual magician and a virtual speaker. The pivot was possible only because I realized that the rest of the world was moving there at once. My clients' meetings got moved to a different room, and I joined them to fill that room with joy, wonder, and excitement. It was truly an amazing year of change. So change is happening, and it's happening faster than ever because we're all in it together. I can't think of any other time where so many employees at once in so many industries could ride this wave of change to a greater place. So I wish you the best this year as you embrace change, as you create it. I predict that those who embrace the opportunity will transform their jobs, their career paths, their businesses, their organizations, and those people will remember this period of time as when they created the most positive and radical change in their lives, in their work, and beyond. So let's do it together. Let's make change happen. I wish all of us luck, and as one of my mentors always says, onwards. Boom, we did it. One take, roll. We did it. Thank you for watching. This is me being nervous because I'm putting myself out there in a way that I don't usually do. I'm comfortable in a Zoom room because I get virtual instant engagement and reaction, but filming a video and putting it up online makes me nervous, makes me uncomfortable, and that is the change that I am embracing for this year. So I would love your connection and interaction. If you enjoyed this, leave a comment, say hello, connect with me, and let me know what you think, and I wish you the best. I really think that there is a new field of digital leadership that requires rethinking the skills, the tools necessary to engage your people. And again, it doesn't matter who you are in your organization, it doesn't matter who your audience is. I think the potential is amazing, and I wish you luck. Take care. Boom! Pressing stop. Happy New Year.